Hi all, welcome to Math Easy. In today's video, we are going to discuss about identifying parts of an algebraic expression. Generally, the parts of an algebraic expressions are terms, variables, like terms, coefficients and constants. Now let us see each of these in detail. Consider the expression 6n plus 7n plus 4 plus 3n plus 5. Consider this algebraic expression. Now let us see what are the terms in this expression. Terms means the parts of an algebraic expression which are separated by either an addition sign or a subtraction sign. Which means if you consider the 6n plus 7n, 6n and 7n they are separated by an addition sign. Which means 6n is one term, 7n is another term. Similarly, you see 7n and 4 it is separated by the addition sign. Which means 7n is one term, 4 is other term. Similarly, 3 and 5 everything is, each part is separated by an addition sign. So, the terms of this algebraic expression means it will be 6n, 7n, 4, 3n and 5. So, these are the terms of an algebraic expression. Now, what do you mean by variable? Variable here is n. Here the variable 6n, so the variable is n. 7n, the variable is n. Again 3n, the variable is n. Suppose if you have any other say plus y, which means y will also be a variable. So variable means this part, this n and y in this example. Now let us see what are the like terms. Like terms means the same variable with the same power. If you consider here 6n and 7n, both has the same variable n and the power of n is equal to 1. N means n to the power 1. So it has the same variable n to the same power n. So the like terms here are 6n, 7n. Now let us see again. 4 it doesn't have a variable. 3n again it has the same variable n to the power 1, which means 3n is another like term. 5 it doesn't have a variable. Plus y, it is a variable but it doesn't have any like terms. It is standing alone. So here like terms means it should have the same variable with the same power. So in this case 6n, 7n and 3n they are called the like terms, which means it has the same variable n and the power of the variable in all these three terms are the same. Now let us see what is a coefficient. You can see this n is the variable. N is called the variable and this number 6 associated with the n is called the numerical factor of the variable. This number 6 is called the numerical factor. Numerical factor means the number which is associated with the variable. Suppose consider 7n. The numerical part of 7n is the number 7. Similarly 3n. The numerical factor of 3n is going to be 3, which means the number which is associated with the variable. That is called as the coefficient. Similarly for y, y can be written as 1y, right? So the coefficient of y is going to be equal to 1, which means the numerical factor that is going to be equal to 1. The numerical factor is referred to as the coefficient, which means in the case of 6n, the coefficient is going to be the numerical part of it, which means the number which is associated with that variable. It's going to be 6. Similarly, for 7n, the coefficient is going to be the numerical part 7. And in the case of 3n, the numerical factor is 3, and for y is same as 1y. So the coefficient will be equal to 1. Now let us see what is a constant. Constant means it will not have a variable. Here 6n it has a variable n, 7n it has a variable n, 4 it doesn't have a variable. It is a constant. 3n it has a variable n, Phi, it doesn't have a variable, it is a constant. Of course, y, it is a variable. So, the constants in this expressions are 4, 5. Consider another example. 4 plus 4y square plus 3 plus 2y square. Consider this algebraic expression. Let us see what are all the terms of this expression. Terms, as I told you, they are the parts of an expression which are separated by an addition or subtraction sign. So, in this case, if you say 4 and 4y square, it is separated by an addition. 4y square 3, separated by an addition sign. 3 and 2y square, separated by an addition sign. So, the terms of this expressions are 4y square, 3, 2y square. Okay, just separated terms means parts of an algebraic expression which are separated by an addition or subtraction sign. Now, what are all the variables? Here, the variables are 4 doesn't have a variable. What about 4y square? The variable is y square. 3, it doesn't have a variable. What about 2y square? It is y square. So, we already wrote the variable y square. Now, what are all the like terms? Here the like terms are, you can see it will have the same variable with the same power. So, 4y square, it is having a variable y to the power 2, y square. And again 3, it doesn't have a variable. 2y square, it has the variable y with the same power 2. So, the like terms are 4y square and 2y square. So, y is the common variable and 2 is the common power for both these y squares. And what about the coefficients? Coefficients are the numerical parts of an algebraic expression of a variable. So, here if you consider 4y square, the coefficient of y square is going to be the numerical factor associated with it. So, it is going to be 4. 2y square, it has the numerical factor 2 associated with it. So, that is going to be the coefficient. What about the constant? Here the constants are 4 and 4y square, it has a variable. 3, it doesn't have a variable. So, the parts of an algebraic expression which doesn't have a variable, they are referred to as constant. Consider one more example. 3x plus 2 plus 10x plus 4. Now, let us see what are all the terms of this expression. Terms are the parts which are separated by an addition or subtraction sign. So, 3x, 2, 10x, 4. They are the terms. What about the variables? The variable here is going to be equal to x, 3x, 10x. So, both has the variable x. Let us see the like terms. Like terms are the variable with the same variable with the same power. So, you can see 3x, it is having a power of 1. Variable x to the power of 1. Similarly, 10x, it is having the variable x to the power 1. So, 3x and 10x, they are the like terms. What about the coefficients? Coefficients are the numerical part of a variable. Here consider this 3x, it has a numerical factor 3, which means the coefficient is going to be 3. Similarly, consider this variable 10x, it is having a numerical factor 10 associated with it, number 10 associated with it. So, the coefficient is going to be equal to 10. What about 2 and 4? It doesn't have a variable associated with it. So, it doesn't have a coefficient. 2 and 4, they are called the constants. Hope you have understood about identifying parts of an algebraic expression in this video. If you find this video helpful, please subscribe to Math Easy channel and push the like button. Thanks for watching.